right, so we'll start our practice today towards the back of the mat and finding your way into child's pose. Your options here are to keep the knees parallel underneath the chest and then fold forward, or you can open the knees up to the width of the mat. Big toes touch underneath and then fold forward from there. Either variation is fine, whatever feels better in your body. When you open the knees, you'll get a little bit more inner thigh stretch, so it gives you a little bit more space to fold forward. We'll stay here for about 8 breaths or so, just to let yourself settle in, settle down, and focus in for the practice ahead. On your next inhale, lift the head and gently bring yourself up onto hands and knees, tabletop. We'll move through cow and cat here for a few breaths. On your inhale, lift the head and tail. Exhale, curl, pressing down through the arms and legs, lower belly pulls up. Inhale, lifting the head and tail, arching the spine, really stick your booty out in the back. And then exhale, curl, tuck it under, and open up between the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift the head and tail. Exhale, curl. From here, come back to your neutral spine and give your tail a good wiggle waggle back and forth, just to shake out the spine, shake out any excess energy. And from here, gently tuck the toes, shift the hips back to your heels, and lift up and back to your downward facing dog. So we're looking for a nice straight spine here. Knees can be soft, heels can be floating in the air. It's all good. We're just looking for the longest spine possible. Now, if your legs are open enough and the heels come a little closer to the mat, that's cool. Whatever it is you need right now. On your next inhale, lift the head, and then exhale, gently lower your left knee and bring the right foot forward. We'll move into a low lunge here. If you have any props with you and you want to place it underneath your right hand, a pillow or blocks or whatever you might have, feel free to do so. And then give a nice twist to the right. I know you can't see it here in the video, but my hand is on my thigh and the elbow is moving backward. This allows for the chest to open a little bit more. But you will feel this through the hips, for sure. On your inhale, bring the head back. Exhale, move any props out of the way. Find your way to tabletop, hands and knees. Tuck the toes and downward facing dog once again. Nice full breath here. And then we move to the other side. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, the right knee down. Step the left foot forward. Find your low lunge here. There it is. Hand on the thigh. Give a nice twist to the left. Keep the chest open. And if you can see here, you want the most distance between the front knee and the back knee. On your inhale, eyes come to the front. Exhale, release the hands down. Move your props out of the way. Find your way back to your tabletop. And lift the hips up and back and bind your downward facing dog. Walk the hands back towards your feet. So you're taking a forward fold at the back of the mat. And you see here I'm bending my knees. It's okay to do that. Let everything go. You can give another wiggle waggle with the tail, let the head drop, let your spine go. Release any excess energy that you might have. Just shake it out. Then inhale, lift the spine halfway. Look towards the front edge of your mat. And then exhale, fold. Let the head drop once again. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come all the way up through vertical. Bring the hands together and then let them exhale to your heart. We'll do this breath a couple more times. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, nice long spine. Exhale, hands to the heart. Start to pull the belly up and in. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to your heart. One more time. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. And so we'll move through a little bit of a sun salutation. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, dive forward, bending at the hips. Let your head drop. Folding forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Look at the front edge of your mat. Exhale, bring the hands down and then walk the plank. Come into your plank position. Take an inhale here, then exhale, lower down the knees and come all the way onto your belly. Hands are underneath the shoulders. We'll take a couple cobras here to open up the back. Inhale, lifting up the head, neck, and shoulders, and then exhaling, lowering down. Inhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale, lower down. One last time. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lowering down. Good. From here, press up through your tabletop and shift it back into your child's pose. Now your arms can go anywhere you'd like them to here, extended underneath your forehead or back by your heels. Whatever feels good is good. From here, let's find downward facing dog again, tucking those toes, hips move up and back. On your inhale, lift the head, walk the feet forward, and lift the spine halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, fold into Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive, lifting those arms up overhead, and then exhale, bring your hands to your heart. From here, we'll prepare to move into Warrior Two with the right leg in front. So gently release the left heel, and you'll step that foot back for a nice wide stance. In Warrior Two, the hips and the heart face the long edge of your mat. Be mindful of the right knee. Make sure it's over the center of your foot. And if you look down at your knee, it more or less covers the foot so you don't see it. From here, let the arms extend out to your sides to a T. Head rotates to the right. On your inhale, flip both palms upward, straighten the front leg, and let the arms float up overhead. As you exhale, rebend the knee, arms come to shoulder height. Inhale, repeat that, lifting up, and then exhale, rebend the knee for Warrior Two. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, rebend to Warrior Two. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, rebend. Stay here in the legs. Inhale, rotate just the right palm up. Exhale, reach that same hand up and back for Reverse Warrior. The back fingers gently touch the leg. You get a nice stretch through the right side of the body here. On your inhale, come up through vertical, straighten the front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Hips actually shift over to the left. The bottom hand connects to the shin or the thigh, whatever you can hold on to. And then inhale, come all the way back up to vertical. Exhale, hands come to your waist and rotate your toes so that everything is facing the side of your mat, the long edge. Inhale your arms out to your side to a T, and then exhale, fold forward here. You can bend the knees if you need to. I'm going to grab a block. You can do the same, or a pillow, or whatever you might have for yourself. And then as you exhale, let yourself fold forward. This provides a nice stretch through the backs of the legs and gives you an opportunity to be upside down. Now, if you don't want to be upside down, you can stay halfway up and lift and look forward past the edge of your mat. Whichever one works for you today. On your inhale, lift the head if it was down, bend the knees, bring your hands to your thigh, and then exhale where you need. Come all the way up to vertical. And we'll move into Warrior Two on the second side. So the left leg now outwardly rotates, knee over the middle of the foot, arms to shoulder height, head to the left. Make sure that that foot is covered by your knee. On your inhale, flip both palms up, straighten the leg, arms float up, and then exhale, rebend to Warrior Two. Inhale, floating up. Exhale, back to Warrior Two. Inhaling up. Exhale, Warrior Two. One more time. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, Warrior Two. Stay here in the legs. Inhale, rotate the left palm up only, and then exhale, lift that left hand up and back for Reverse Warrior. Breathe while you're here. On your inhale, come back up through vertical, straighten that front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Hips go out to the right. Right hand can be extended up at your waist, left fingertips down by your shin or your thigh. And then inhale, come all the way up through vertical. Exhale, hands to your waist, turn all 10 toes once again to the long edge of your mat. Inhale your arms out to the side to a T, and then exhale, fold forward again, repeating the same thing as we did before. So prop if you need to, if you want to stay parallel to the ground, if you want to fold forward, whatever you'd like. Just as long as you're getting a nice stretch through the backs of the legs. On your inhale, lift the head if it was down. Soften the knees, exhaling here, bring your hands to your hips or thighs. The inhale, come all the way up to vertical. Exhale, find warrior two on the first side, so the right leg outwardly rotates. Then from here, we're gonna take a big step right back up to the top of the mat. Give it a good shake. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. And from here, we will move into tree pose, a nice balance. Coming now onto your right foot, I'll be your mirror image here. Outwardly rotate the left foot and find your connection. So the foot can go around the ankle, the calf, or if you have flexibility in the hips, you can bring the foot all the way up to the inner thigh. Just be mindful that you avoid the knee joint. We don't want pressure on the knee from the side. Now, once you're here, if you still feel like you got a lot of energy, feel free to move the arms. This will also challenge your core. But if you're just into stillness and you need a little bit more calmness, then arms can stay at your heart or extend up overhead. Just stay connected to your breath here. That's most important. On your exhale, gently release the foot down, give a nice little wiggle and release, and we'll switch to the other side, refocusing. Weight comes on to the left foot this time. Outwardly rotate the right thigh. Find your connection on this side. And it might be different from the first side, and that's okay. Foot around the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh. And you have to make a decision here. You either dance it out in your upper body and challenge your balance, or stay still and enjoy the breath. Pay attention to what's happening in your body. And I urge you to try both, just to see what really works for you. On your exhale, gently release the foot down. You give a little shake, release that out, and come back to Tadasana, 2 feet underneath your hips. On your inhale, let the arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, find your Uttanasana. Letting the head drop at the bottom. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, reverse swan dive. Sweep the arms up overhead, and then exhale, palms together, bring them to your heart. From here, walk the inner edges of your legs together. Let the arms extend out and back, and we're going to move into a squat to sit. Take your time, control it. Weight comes to the balls of the feet. Hips can move back, and then gently open the knees and plop. Have a seat. Go ahead and scoot back a little bit. We'll come into bound angle pose, better known as butterfly. So if you find that you are collapsing in the spine here, or you feel like you can't sit up straight, then either roll up the back of the mat and sit on that so that you feel upright, or bring pillows or blocks or whatever you might have at home underneath your sit bones so you feel straight. When we hold on to the feet in this version, we're going to hold on, thumbs under the balls of the feet, fingers along the pinky edge. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, open the elbows and fold forward. So you're getting a nice stretch through those hip flexors. Hip flexors like to hold on, so use your exhale to help it release. On your inhale, come all the way up to vertical. Use your hands on your outer legs. Exhale where you need. Pull those legs together and give a little rock from side to side. From here, let the legs extend out in front. And again, I'll be your mirror image for this next pose. Take your right leg in and bring it into a cradle position. So you can hold on to the outer ankle and knee and just give a little rock from side to side. This helps to open up the hips. From here, we're going to take the ankle and cross it over the thigh. Make sure that you can give a nice roll to the ankle here. And the ankle's above the knee. And step up the bottom foot and sit up against that leg. You should almost immediately feel a nice stretch through the hips. If you don't, you can always scoot your sit bone closer to your heel. This will intensify it. Nice steady breath through those hips. Gently release out of the pose, untangling the legs, give it a good shake. Now we'll move to the second side. So picking up that left leg, giving it a nice cradling rock like a baby from side to side. And cross the ankle over the thigh just above your knee. Hands come behind for support and then step up the bottom foot. Now this side will most likely feel different from the first, and that's just the way our bodies are built. One side usually feels different from the other. So find what works on this side and breathe into it. Gently release the legs out. Give them a good shake, a little rock, a little pop. And bend the knees, scoot your tail forward towards the front edge of your mat, and we're going to come on to our backs. So gently roll down. If you have a ponytail in and it's in your way, take it out. And we'll move into wind relieving pose from here. Funny name, but it does feel pretty good on the lower back and the hips. So take the right leg in. You can either hold onto the shin bone or underneath the calf muscle onto the hamstring. The other leg straightens out underneath you, heel down, toes up. This gives a nice stretch through the lower back and throughout the hips. From here, the right arm releases out to your side to a T, and then use the other hand to guide the leg across your body for a spinal twist. Now, we are doing our best here to keep the shoulders connected to the mat. It's okay if the leg looks different than what mine does. Your foot can be floating, it could be connected to your leg, it can be anywhere it needs to so that you feel a nice stretch through the spine. On your inhale, come back through center, pull both knees in towards your chest, give them a good hug, and gently rock from side to side. Switching to the next side, hold on to that left shin bone or underneath it on the hamstring and pull it in towards your chest. Right leg is straight underneath. Enjoy the opening of the hips and the lower back here. The left arm then releases out to your side. Use the other hand to guide the leg across your body for a spinal twist. Do your best to keep the shoulders connected to the mat. Breathe into the twist. On your inhale, now come up through center. Hug the knees in towards your chest and give a little rock from side to side. Extend the legs up. We'll move into happy baby. Once they're up, bend the knees to roughly about 90 degrees and pull the thighs towards your outer torso, knees to the armpits, if you will. I'm going to shift so that you can see this at a different angle. The elbows are more helpful if they're on the inner edges of your knees than the outside. This way the legs get an opportunity to open and stretch. You can hold on to the shin bones, you can hold on to the ankles, the feet, the toes, the hamstrings, whatever you can reach so that you have a nice stretch here. Also note that the spine wants to be as long as possible here. From here, bring the bottoms of the feet together. Knees are still out to the side, so you're still in a butterfly position, but you're holding onto the legs so that they're floating. And there's a natural resistance here, so the arms and legs are kind of hanging off of one another. Allow the heels to sink down towards your pelvis or your sit bones. Just take a nice deep breath. Let yourself settle down. And then from here, you can release the feet all the way down into the mat for reclined bound angle pose. Still, you're in the butterfly position, and your hands can really rest anywhere you'd like them to. Your heart and your belly to connect with the breath, onto the hips, or out to your sides, or anywhere else that makes sense to you. From here, when you're ready, allow the legs to extend long underneath you for Savasana. So this is a very important pose not to be skipped. You want to make sure that you take at least 1 minute, if not 3 or 5, so that the nervous system can settle down, the body can absorb all the benefits of the practice. So let your eyes close here and take rest. Sometimes what happens in Savasana is the mind goes a mile a minute. And it's okay if it does that, that's what minds do. But to help focus a little bit more, try counting your breath. Doesn't matter how you count it. And when you lose count, go back to 1 again. Start to deepen your breath. Find energy in your fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles, which means you can give a little wiggle to them. Then allow the arms to extend up overhead. You can bring the legs together underneath you and give a nice good long stretch through the body. As you exhale, pull the knees into the chest. Hold on to the legs, give a gentle rock from side to side. From here, roll onto your right side, fetal position, and bring the bottom arm under your head for a pillow. And gently press yourself up to a seated position. One hand on your heart and one on your belly to connect with your breath. Eyes can stay closed. Take a moment to maybe give some gratitude, something that you're thankful for today. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.
Thank you for practicing with me. If you liked the class, please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And be sure to click the bell for email notifications when new videos are released. Let me know how you felt after doing this practice in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback. Also, if you have a request for a specific focus or tutorial, please ask in the comments below. Please share this video if you know someone who might enjoy it. Be well and remember to breathe. See you next time.